Yo, YouTube, what is going on? YeYo here, bringing you another MLB The Show 21 video, and I wanted to do something a little different. I love doing rankings and talking about what's the best cards, and I know a lot of you asked me on my Twitch chat which pitchers are the best, and specifically with position players as well. But I wanted to start off with starting pitchers. So here we created a tier list. It's going to be available if you guys want to go ahead and do yours. Feel free to share them with me. But I picked 20 pitchers. I didn't want to do every single pitcher, and it's going to be from the S tier, obviously work our way down to, up until the D tier. Honestly, these are 20 pitchers that they're all diamond. They're not going to be anybody that's going to be D tier. D tier is going to be probably like golds and below probably. But I'll tell you my honest feedback. I think I want to also take into consideration their price on the market right now. Most of them are in the market. Some of them are collections. So we'll take that into consideration as well. But I want you all to tell me if you agreed. If you don't, let me know also down in the comment section below. But also like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Let's just go ahead and get started. We got 20 of them. We'll start here with Garrett Cole. Garrett Cole, he goes for about 140,000 stubs as part of the New York Yankees collection. Because he goes for 140 and he doesn't have outlier, sinker, or cutter, I'm gonna put him on a B list. He can be a little bit better. He's not terrible, but if you take price of what he goes for, pitch selection, he's just B tier. He's all right. He's all right. Mike Hampton, it was part of the headliner pack. I'm actually gonna put him at an A tier. He can hit it a little bit. He got a sinker cutter with pinpoint. You can actually dot with him. He goes for about 50 or 60K if I'm not mistaken. So he's definitely a lot better option than Garrett Cole based on price wise and the pitch selection. Again, he can hit it. Diamond Dynasty, there's no DH. So give me Mike Hampton as the 8. You'll see him a lot in the higher difficulties. And that's another thing. I'll start talking about them more in the Hall of Fame region, which it covers pretty much everyone. When the ranked season start, usually start at Hall of Fame if you made World Series the previous season. If not, it's going to be All-Star, but All-Star is kind of So we'll go with Hall of Fame. Thinking Hall of Fame, obviously legend is going to be, pitchers are always going to be better. Or Hershiser. Hershiser is actually, I think he's an S tier. He's always very good. I don't think he's as good as last year because this year he has a little bit of a over the top delivery, but he's still Hershiser. You can dot with him, sinker cutter combination. He actually has a four-seamer instead of a slider that he had last year. For four-seamer, it actually makes a difference. People are going to be expecting that sinker. You can mix in that four-seamer very well. I do think he's S tier. If we look at King Felix, he's all right. I think he's one of those that he never plays up to his level, if you ask me. Like, I think we always want great Felix Hernandez cards, and they're okay. One thing that benefits Felix is that not a lot of people use him, so that's a plus for him. But we'll put him on the B tier. I do have him better than Garrett Cole. He's obviously cheaper than Garrett Cole, so I'll have him better than Garrett Cole, but still B tier. Close B high range, but not quite A. If we go with Shane Bieber, this is actually one that surprised me of how good he was. I've used him a few games in ranked seasons. He was very good. He has a cutter, but I'll put him on a B tier as well. He goes for about 20K, so he's cheap. But Life Series Diamond, who's actually pitching very well in real life as well. Having that cutter is a game changer as well. That fastball touch is 96, 97. He's still very good, if you ask me. But again, B tier, even though he's a diamond, he's just not. He's better than a C tier, but just not, probably like in the middle of that B tier list. And I did want to add a couple of the 42 series because they are free. So most of them are free except for Pedro Martinez, Bob Gibson, those that were in the pre-order packs. So I wanted to add a couple of free ones, which actually that's a plus for them. Luis Castillo, he's free, so it's good, but he's not a great card. He's not a great card. Circle change when pitching from the stretch, if you're using pinpoints, circle change can be a little difficult. I'll actually have him on the C tier, even though he's free. I just don't think he's great because we have so many great options at pitcher. German Marquez is going to be pretty much the same. He does have a sinker. He throws heat, but the per nines are just not there. He's from the Colorado Stage 1 Team Affinity. Free, but not elite. Sixto Sanchez, again, from the Marlins, he's actually better. I like him a lot more. I've used him early in the year. I think I have him parallel level 3. Sinker and forcing that comes in about 100 miles an hour. His control is not elite by any means, but free card, and playing a Hall of Fame, if you face somebody that cannot touch the fastballs and sinkers that coming in that hot, you'll have success with that Sixto Sanchez. Moving over to Jose Berrios, he's right here with the others, with the other 42 series, Luis Castillo and German Marquez. Jose Berrios is just, he doesn't throw fast enough. He doesn't have a sinker. He doesn't have a cutter. The per nines are just not there. He's a diamond 88, solid slurve. Probably one of the best slurves in the game, but you probably have better options by now. Pedro Martinez, though, I actually love. I'm maybe a little biased, maybe. Resto fan. I have him at level 4 already, closing in on level 5, but I have him at 8 tier. He does have a fastball. Even though he doesn't have outlier, he does touch 98, 99. The changeup, low 80s, that's a big difference. Then he also has a slider and a super slow, low 70s curveball, which give him the advantage. So you have so many pitch speed differential with Pedro that actually makes him very good. He's going right now for about 30K because so many people pre-ordered him or picked him from the pre-order pack. So Pedro Martinez, I'll put him at A-list. I think the 99 obviously is going to be nasty. That 99, instead of a regular straight up changeup, he's probably going to have a circle change. But he's a very good card. One of my favorite pitchers of all time, obviously. But moving over to Tom Glavin. Tom Glavin is the collection reward for the NL East. Now, obviously, it's a lot super expensive with Acuna being over 200 and everything. But he's a S tier. He's probably top 2-3 pitcher for me. We'll get to that. He's just so good control-wise. Using pinpoint, I'm absolutely dotting with him. The sinker comes in at 96. He has a circle change in the low 80s. Slider, curveball. I mean, the card is amazing. Four seam as well that touches mid to high 90s. Very good card. Lefty. Just so easy to control, and his winery is super easy. He's one of the best pitcher. Again, he is expensive, but he's definitely worth it. I mean, I always recommend doing the collections regardless. So, yes, go ahead and get you Tom Glavin. Bob Gibson, I'll put him. He goes for 60K, which is why he's not Pedro Martinez. He does have a sinker, so I'll put him after 8 list, but after Pedro. Going, not people. A lot of people pick Ken Griffey, Pedro Martinez, Mariano Rivera from the pre-order packs. Not a lot of people pick Bob Gibson, which is the reason why his price is so much higher than Pedro Martinez. But very good pitcher, still solid, not S tier, being 88 overall. Per nines are not elite, but good pitch mix, which I really like. And he's a little bit better than Sixto, which is why I put him A instead of B. And looking at this, Frank Tanana. So Frank Tanana is the collection for the Los Angeles Angels. Obviously, you need Mike Trout, 400 plus thousand. He's good, but he's not. He goes for a lot. I just got him recently. I'm gonna try him out. I'm gonna have more feedback on him later on. But he doesn't have a sinker, doesn't have a cutter. He has 2 curveballs, similar to this card from last year, Newhouser. It reminds me of, but he does throw fast. He does throw very fast. But it's gonna cost you almost 500,000 stubs, which is a lot. So I'm keeping that into consideration. I'll put him B, almost at A. Right there, it's very close between him and Gibson, but I think I'd rather have Gibson and 400,000 extra stubs. Jacob Degrom, another one that's expensive, part of the Mets, which is why he's part of the reason why Tom Glavin is so expensive. He does have outlier. He throws heat. I'll put him here. I'll put him here over Pedro. Hall of Fame. Again, if you match up with somebody that cannot touch the fastball, Jacob Degrom is going to be just fine. Slider that comes in like low to sometimes mid 90s can be used as a cutter. So outlier with a slider, hard slider like that. He does have a changeup and a curveball as well. Very good card. He's in the hundreds, 120-ish stuff. So he goes for a little bit, but it's not bad. He's very good. He actually has some hitting stats, hitting attributes as well. He has a very nice swing, 30s in contact and power and whatnot, but very good card. Very, very good card. Fernando Valenzuela. Yeah, well, I think we all know. We found out quick how good he is. I'll put him just below Tom Glavin. He's part of the first inning program, so obviously technically he's free if you went with his selection, but his price just skyrocketed after the first inning ended because you needed him and Kenny Lofton and Mike Piazza to get a XP boost in the second inning program, and also because the high level players, the top players, started using him on Legend, and he's almost unhittable on Legend. He has the screwball, which is probably the best pitch in the game for any pitcher right now. That comes in at like 80 miles an hour, and then he has the circle change at 60, 69, 70 miles an hour to go along with a mid-70s curveball and the fastball. Fastball is not super fast in 91, 92, but super easy to control. The screwball works almost like a knuckle, and when you're using pinpoint, it's super easy to use it because you go right and up. That's literally it, similar to a cutter. So that's what makes him so effective. He's definitely, for me, top 3 pitcher. But yeah, right now his price is in the 120. So if you didn't pick him in your first inning selection and you didn't pick him as soon as the second inning came out, I actually got a few extra ones from Valenzuela for about 30K, and I ended up selling him for like 60, 70. He's up to like 110 right now. So he goes for a lot, but it's because he's that good. I'm actually using him in Hall of Fame. Is very good, sub 2 ERA for me. AJ Burnett from the headliner pack. He's okay. Going for about 35, 40. Similar to Gibson. I'll put him at an A-list. He has a sinker, hard sinker. He has a nice delivery. He can hide the ball a little bit, curveball. Solid pitcher. He's just never elite, right? He's not one of the best 5 pitchers in the game. He may actually be B, more B tier than A. It's one of those toss-ups, if you ask me. He's all right, but he doesn't help you with collections. So if you haven't done collections, I don't think you should go ahead and get Burnett. Keep working on the collection. Go ahead and get a Shane Bieber or something like that. So we got 4 left. We got Bob Feller from the AL Central, and I just used him. If you didn't watch my latest YouTube video, I just used him. I really enjoyed it. I'm gonna put him right there in between Degrom and Pedro Martinez. Fastball, slider, curveball, changeup. His control is not elite, but with pinpoint, he's not bad at all. I actually had a lot of fun using him. Easy to control because of pinpoint. He was successful. He went 4 innings. I think allowed 2 hits and maybe 1 run. So I want to give him more usage, but definitely a very, very solid card. Corbin Burns, probably the best pitcher in the game, if you ask me, from the Player of the Month program. So you get him for free. Sinker, cutter. Sinker coming in 96, cutter coming in 96, 97, 98. He has a curveball, changeup. Like, he has everything that you need, and he's free. Corbin Burns, there's no reason why anybody should not have this Corbin Burns. You're seeing him left and right in ranked seasons. Any difficulty, he's gonna be amazing. Love using this card. Easy wind up, super easy to control. Just everything about Corbin Burns is amazing. We got 2 left. Tom Seaver, he's actually from the BR program pack. I'm actually gonna put him right here. He's better than Bob Gibson, probably better than Pedro, probably better than Bo, maybe. Sinker, he's actually very good, easy to control. He does go for about 70K, so, but you're gonna get him for free if you play enough Battle Royale. You get that free pack from the Flawless pack, so you can get him. Again, if you haven't done collections, I would sell, which is what I did, but going for 65, 75 is not a bad price, but you can also get him for free, which is, for me, why he's A tier. He makes the A tier list. And then last but not least, we got Nolan Ryan. He's a World Series reward, so if you get to World Series, technically he's free. He was going for about 40K, which is not bad either. He throws seed. He's very similar to Bob Gibson or Bob Feller, so I'll put him right there with Bob Feller. Throw seed, pinpoint helps with that lack of control. But Nolan Ryan's always been one of those cards that if you find an opponent that can hit the fastball, he's just gonna destroy it, right? So Bob Feller for me, A-list. Again, the 42 series at this point, maybe 2 weeks ago, they would have been B and A, but we have better options by now. Nobody D, again, on the D list, like I mentioned before. But yeah, this is my list. I like this 4 as a top 4 in your rotation, and then the 5th one, you can just pick any one of this and rotate them out, obviously with energy being a factor. But again, this is my list. Let me know down in the comment section below yours, if you agree, if you do not. Who would you move? Who did I miss? What if you want other pitchers? If you want me to do, I can do a part B on it, but I do want to go through every position. I'm going to be doing catchers next if you want. So we'll do the catcher tier list. Obviously Matt Wieters is a new World Series reward, so there's a new catcher, but we'll be doing catcher and going around the diamond in every single position. But I hope you enjoyed it. Again, little different. I wanted to bring something different other than just gameplays. I hope you enjoyed it. Again, if you did, let me know by hitting that thumbs up. You will really help me out, and subscribe to the channel. Also, don't forget to click on that bell. You'll get notified every time we upload. But hey, this is YeYo, and I'll check it on the next one. I'm out.